So this is Ellie. Ellie looks a little different than when they were working at Tim Hortons. I think it's a different job we're heading to now.
Hot Topic.
Slightly different uniform needed at Hot Topic. And Ellie has totally hooked me up today, not only with hospitality, but also with some good conversation. And right now, we are heading to, what's the town?
Erie, Pennsylvania.
We're heading to Erie, Pennsylvania, where Ellie works at Hot Topic. And tell me a little bit about yourself, Ellie. You were saying you're a bit of a musician, you like camping and traveling. You mentioned that you've hopped trains before, too.
Yes, I have.
Oh, wow, cool. So, you were mentioning that you're into music a little bit.
Yes.
So what instruments do you play?
So I can play trombone and soprano and baritone ukuleles, and then a piano a little bit, not really a whole lot yet, but I do have a whole degree in music performance with my trombone.
And where did you study for your music degree?
It's called Infinity College. It's up in Jamestown, New York.
Cool. And then you were saying you have like a performance coming up in a couple weeks?
Yeah, that'll be on June 7th.
7th?
Up in Rochester.
And are you going to be playing trombone for that?
Yes, I will.
Cool. And what's the group that you're playing with?
The Rochester Philharmonics.
Rochester Philharmonics. Right on. So I think the only reason that Ellie's really picking me up and helping me out, like this person gave me a hot shower after we had talked for maybe 20 seconds. And I think the only reason a person does that is if they've also backpacked and they've traveled. There's that empathy and that sympathy. So tell me a little bit about your traveling. You said you traveled with someone, you did some train hopping, and let's hear about that.
So we left Corey, Pennsylvania, and for about 2 months we were train hopping across America, mostly just the northern half. We kind of went down to Ohio and then through South Dakota and everything, all the way eventually out to Seattle. And that took us about 2 or 3 months, I believe. Just kind of hanging out. We did a few stops along the way too, in the major cities, trying to see the sights and everything too.
Yeah, for sure. Gather some supplies.
Yeah,
charge your phone. Take a hot shower.
Honestly.
Did you find you had a lot of hospitality from the people while you were traveling?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And where do you think that comes from?
I feel like it's almost a spirit of adventure. Everybody wants to do what you're doing if you're not.
Yep.
Or if they've done it, then they want to help you out, because it's hard sometimes to get the things you need when you're out where you're out just on your own.
Did you notice while you were traveling that, maybe you'd suffer for a few hours or even a day or two at most, maybe not having as much water as you want, or something breaks, but then somehow you get what you need?
Oh yeah. We were constantly running out of water.
Yeah.
We just didn't have enough bottles to keep it in because we were dumb.
Yeah.
And also during all the BLM protests and everything, we were also using it to make gas masks, so that way we didn't choke on tear gas.
Wow. So I was involved in the BLM protest in Ottawa, Canada. Tell me a little bit about where you were for the BLM protest.
Yeah, so we kind of went, the big ones that we stopped in was Seattle and then Chicago. Those are our massive ones, and that was just chaos.
Was there a lot of people?
There was so many people, and it was never really clear who was instigating anything. Some days it would be the police, some days it would be protesters, but just rubber bullets were flying, tear gas canisters were flying all over.
Wow. That sounds pretty violent and dangerous.
It was, and the person I was with actually broke his arm at one point, so that set us back a little ways too.
How did they break their arm?
I'm not even sure.
They just looked down and their arm was broken?
I wasn't with him when it happened. He actually got detained and we're in a cell, and he was like, hey, my arm's broken.
Oh.
So he got medical treatment and everything for it properly, and then we just had to be careful of that moving on. Thankfully, we were almost home when it happened.
And you were just detained for what, a few hours?
We were detained multiple times. The longest we remember there was 2 days.
Okay. And they feed you?
They fed us, yeah. They fed us, gave us water. We had a place to sleep, which was nice.
It's almost better than being on the road,
It kind of was at times.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you can detain me. That's better than sleeping in this ditch. That's amazing. Cool, cool. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up in a minute or two. I could film you forever, but I only got so many gigs on my phone. And I got probably like 100 other souls that I gotta meet on this journey.
Yeah.
So if there's anything you want to say to the camera on a personal level, or there's anything you want to give wisdom to any future generations that might watch this, now's your chance.
Full send it with your life. Do whatever makes you happy and live. That's all I got.
Boom. There you go. Do what makes you happy. You gotta live, because we're all gonna die, but not everybody lives.